Well, hello there everyone. Welcome back to the midweek video. This is gonna be episode number 4 of Satisfactory. I am Zombo Skater. Welcome to Zomboland Gaming. So we are gonna go ahead and load on into the game, and then we'll discuss what we're about to do. See, I've got 3 games here. This is our Let's Play Season 1. As we're loading, we'll talk about what we're gonna do. So how's everyone doing today? First and foremost, I hope everyone is doing absolutely wonderful. So the agenda today, wow, that loaded a lot faster than it did last time. Or my main game. Holy crap, my main game takes 2 minutes to load in. So anyway, so last time we closed out, we just got done with hub upgrade 1. Oh look, I'm out of power. What a way to start a game. Out of power. Wonderful. Good grief. So last round we had our iron factory already going. We came over here and I believe we built both our concrete factory and our copper factories over here. I let them run a little bit the other week while, you know, just AFK'd and kind of sat around and gathered a few things. The only changes that I've made is I had to add a couple more biomass generators because now that we have unlocked copper sheets right at the end of the last episode, the copper sheet started running, so those extra smelters and constructors definitely caused some backup. So I had to add a few more of these. I don't believe I made any changes to the biomass generator, but other than that, I have done absolutely nothing. So here we are. We have got research to complete. We have a couple upgrades to complete, and then we are going to build, I believe we are going to build something that will be coming in an upgrade today. So let's go ahead and start out our day by coming over to our molecular analyzer. That is not our molecular. No, you're a crafting bench. No. This is our molecular. I can't speak today. Molecular analyzer. Here we go. We had one that we were right at the end of the video. We had started one, so it actually ended during my AFK session, so I didn't want to close it out without you guys. So this is awesome. Now we have the ability to underclock and overclock all of our machines, which means we're going to be able to make things a little bit more efficient. So okay, we're gonna ignore this for just a little bit. We're gonna go back to our hub and see the upgrades there, because I believe we have quite a few materials that we're going to be able to go ahead and upgrade. So let's go. Our first one is obstacle clearing. This is going to give us the chainsaw, which means we'll be able to cut these stupid trees and logs down and finally expand our platforms and make our walkway up here a little nicer. So let's go ahead and pop these bad mamba jambas in here and launch. How long are you going to take? Are you going to take a long time? 3 minutes. Oh, I did make this back here as well.
Maximum efficiency of biomass burners. To aid in biofuel production, you are now capable of removing foliage that consists primarily of wood.
Thank you, Ada.
Additionally,
I appreciate it, Ada. I just explained this, Ada. Oh, we got extra pocket dimension. Tab. Look, more pocket dimension. 3 extra spaces. Yeah, I made this walkway down here just so I can get back and forth between the copper a little bit quicker. But I wanted to do it off over here. But yeah, all these logs and stuff are in the way. So excellent, excellent, excellent. So now we're going to have the ability to make our chainsaw. So let's see. Chainsaw requires everything we have in our inventory. Make. Oh yeah, that's right. I have to hold spacebar, not the left mouse button. Good grief! It's like I never played this game. Cool. So now, if we go tab, you can see now we have, bam, chainsaw. Okay. Okay. So here's the thing with the chainsaw. It requires fuel, just like any good chainsaw does. So what we're gonna do is we'll open this up. And I believe if we just take biomass, I believe we can use, oh no, we do need solid biofuel. So, we don't have our thing down here set up to make solid biofuel, but we can. So let's go down there real fast. We need our chainsaw. We want to go brah, 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 and chainsaw everything on the planet. Going down to here. Let me see, is there anything in here? I don't believe there is. Okay, I took all the leaves and I crafted all the biomass by hand. So we're not going to make much of this. We're just going to change this over, select recipe, and you can see now we have solid biofuel, and it takes 8 biomass to make 4 solid biofuel. So that's pretty dopeth. And we'll just shove 200 of these in here and watch it very slowly go. Oh my god, that's so slow. That's so, oh, we have no power. Ah, we have no power. Okay, I'm gonna go turn power on, and we'll come back down here. We'll get some biomass, and then we'll go brum, 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 brum with our chainsaw. I'll be right back. Hokily dokily. So power situation is semi-fixed. Good grief. You would think having all those power biomass generators up there, I'd be able to handle just these small little factories, but apparently not. So yeah, here we go. So we've got biomass turning into biofuel, and now we can just come grab some of this out of the storage unit here. Not very much in the storage unit here. Can you make faster? Please go faster. Well, while we're waiting for that, let's go ahead and talk about overclocking and underclocking. So if we come in here, now you can see we are not locked on this little drawer here. And if I was to have a power shard, which we will talk about later, then I would be able to put it in here and I could make this machine basically run faster. But the other cool thing is that we can actually scroll down. So if you have, say you're taking like, I don't know what this takes, 8, right? So say you only have 12 biomass that can go in at a time. Well, I can't put, well, it takes 120 in, but like, for example, let's say it only took 8 in and we wanted to put 12 in. Well, we can't do that. So what we could do is create 2 constructors and make the second constructor, 12 minus 8 is 4. 4 is half of 8. So we could take this down to 50%. Not only does that save us on some power usage, because overclocking actually uses more power per percent increase than it does percent decrease. So going to 50%, having a second constructor is going to actually save us a little bit of power, as well as then utilize all of the things that are coming in to give us the max amount coming out. So that's pretty excellent. So that is something we are definitely going to do on some of these other machines that we're going to be creating here in a little bit. But first things first, let's go. I have the power. This is my boomstick. Well, that's a sawed-off shotgun, not a chainsaw, but you get the point. And now you can see the white outline around the tree, and the tree is gone. And what's cool about this?
In this fungus suggests strong molecular bonding features frequently observed in adhesives and medicine, both
hey, look at that.
beneficial for field research.
Look at that. We got some. Would you be quiet, Ada? I'm trying to explain this. You don't have to explain it. I'll explain it. So mycelia. So these are mushrooms. So there's a cave actually not too far from us that I said we were going to explore today. We may get to that. I don't think I've ever gotten fungus from a tree. That's kind of cool. That's kind of nice and handy. But now we can do this. Oh, yes. Look at that. Oh, we can see our platform. And now we're just going to go cutting around. So I am going to clear off all of this stuff off the platform. All of the stuff off of that platform down there. And I shall return after this is all nicely, neatly tidied up. Oh, it's so nice having this thing. All right, I'll be right back again. Look at that. No trees on our platform now. Oh, that's so nice. Look at this. We can even now come over here and build this out. Oh, yes, which we are going to do right now. Bam, bam. Oh, Deuce Bigelow. I don't know why I said that. I have no idea what that even means. All right. Well, I do know what that means, but I have no idea what it means in this context. All right, sweet. So now we have our platform. The next thing to change real fast is going to be down here. So now we can actually fix this ramp. So we can actually, you know, come up here a little nicer. And how do I want to utilize this? I think what we'll do is we'll take this out, and then this one right here out. And then can I put a number uno? No. That is our Q menu. How about a number 1? And number 6. Like this. And I should be able to just snap it right to there. Yeah, there we go. So now we have a little bit nicer of a way coming up. Eventually, like I said, I'm going to put walls and stuff around this. It'll look really nice. But for the time being, oh, so much better of a way up and down. It doesn't look all janky. Yes. All right, back to it. Okay, now that we got our chainsaw unlocked, so one thing I didn't mention about the chainsaw is, well, I may have mentioned it, I don't know, is you'll notice that it does an area of effect, right? So if I cut down this tree, it's going to take a lot of other stuff out with me. Sometimes you'll come across the trees like we're underneath the platform down there, and you'll end up having to remove the platform to find a point that it'll actually let you chainsaw. So just be aware of that. Sometimes you're going to have to rip up your structure if you don't take out the leaves beforehand. But all right, let's go ahead and get the noisy chainsaw out of here. There we go. Now we're all quiet again. All right, so that's all done. So let's go ahead and take a look at our research again for our hub upgrades and see what our next thing is. So we just did the chainsaw and the inventory sloot. Jump pads, not that big of a deal. I don't use them too often, but let me tell you, they are pretty fun, especially if you set them up in such a way that you boingy, boingy, boingy back and forth between them. But we're going to go ahead and do it anyway. So we are going to need we've got all of this stuff. Let's go ahead and pop this in here, this. All right, we're all done. So now what we need to do is this new piece of equipment we have called a rotor, which if you know anything about electric motors, the rotor is the part on the inside of the motor that spins around based on the current coming from the stator that then causes an electromagnetic field that then causes the inside bars of the rotor to then gain a electromagnetic field, and then it starts spinning, north and south pole kind of deal. That was a very oversimplified version of what an electric motor does. But so we are going to eventually build a factory specifically for rotors. But for the time being, what we are going to do is we're going to come to our crafting table, take a look at what they need. So let me see. Let's go down to rotors down here. So one thing we haven't mentioned yet is if you right click on an item in any crafting table or even in your queue build menu, if you right click, it gives you an option to add to a list. So if we come in here and it said we needed what, 50 rotors, so I can come in here and just clicky, click. Unfortunately, unless I add a mod, there's nothing for me to do to you know, to put in the amount I need. So you just have to keep clicking until you get up to number 50. So there we go. So now we can actually see at all times how many items we're gonna need in order to make 50 of these rotors. So let's go ahead and head on down to where our screws and our iron rods are being produced for us so we don't have to. Iron rods, and you can see I got quite a bit of them. So now I can just click some in and you can see I got plenty of iron rods. And kabam shake, I have no inventory space. Oh. Let's go ahead and actually, is this, yeah, since we've got our power situation sorted out, let's go ahead and put our biomass in here and have this start making solid biofuel for us. The solid biofuel is going to last a lot longer. And you notice it's 120 leaves. Let me see, what is it? 120 leaves gives us 60 solid biofuel. If I was to come down here and say wood is, I believe, 60 wood for 300 biomass per minute. So we actually get a whole lot more from that. But we're just going to go ahead and let it finish making the regular biomass. We'd get more biomass from wood is what I'm trying to say. Good grief, I had a moment there where my brain just farted. So if we chop down trees, we're going to get more biomass, which would then give us more biofuel. But for the time being, we're just going to go ahead and let regular biomass turn into fuel. Yeah, that word. And now we got our last few little screws, and we can go ahead and go craft. You know what I should do? I should put a crafting bench down here. Let's do it. Production, crafting bench. Let's actually put one right here next to these. Book. There we go. And now here comes the boring part. So you can see I can currently make 64. So I'm just gonna make 50, but if I come in here, click on rotor and click my space bar, what? Not enough space in inventory? Oh, you gotta be pooping me. Oh, we still got biomass in our inventory. I thought we cleared that out. Sort, get rid of, bye-bye. Now we have enough room. All right, so if we come down in here to rotors, we can click on it, hit spacebar, it'll start auto crafting, and I shall be back when all 50 are done, because I don't think you want to sit here and just watch me craft 50 of these, although they're not going too slow. So I shall return after 50. I'll meet you back up at the hub. Okay, cutting back in here. So you're gonna notice as my list down here is cutting down, this won't stop the crafting from happening. I have to still automatically stop the crafting, but at least I can see I am now done with crafting, so I can stop it if I wanted to. So that way I'm not gonna make more than what I'm currently needing, so that way I don't waste supplies. Eventually, like I said, we'll have a factory that does all this for us, so I won't have to sit there with the auto crafter, but this is the first couple hub upgrades, and it's quicker sometimes to auto craft than it is to have the factories. So, all right, let's go ahead and get on in here, put our rotas in here. Oh, I made one more than I needed. And launchy launch. Let's go watch it. Now that we have trees gone, we can actually watch.
Several buildings aimed at factory traversal can now be accessed in the build menu.
Why, thank you. Tell me about it, Ada.
Recommended during use of these products.
Oh, caution is recommended. I should be cautious then. Should I get OSHA involved? Do I need Ada? Come back. Do I need? Oh, she never mentioned anything about OSHA. Are there regulations on this planet? Am I self-governing? All right, let's go ahead and see. So Q, if we go to the Q menu, you're now going to see, I believe it's under organization. Maybe not. Where's it under? What is it under? Jump pads. Here they are, right here. So it's under transportation. I guess it's transportation because it's bouncing you around. So you're going to see that the jump pad requires 2 rotors, some cables, some iron plates. The U-Jelly landing pad requires, once again, rotors, cables, and biomass. So let's go have some fun. I'm going to go craft 1 more rotor, and we'll set one of these up real fast. So, kabungi. That is the ma'am. Oh my god, why do I have these backwards today? I thought this was the ma'am, and I thought the other one was the crafting table. That's ridiculous. 1 rotor, give me. Actually, you know what? We'll make 4 of them just so we have enough for making the landing pad as well. Book. And then we need to go get what it said. Cable. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Q and go add to do-do list. And then add to do-do list. All right, there we go. Now we know exactly what we need. So we need 30 cables. Let's come on down to our copper and see how our storage is doing. I haven't actually been down here in a little bit. I have no idea how well this is doing. But yeah, you can see our copper ore is now making its way up to make copper sheets, which is awesome. And did I ever put... I did put conveyors. Yeah, so see, these are what the copper sheets look like. I love putting the conveyors here so you can actually see what the items are. Pretty dope. All right, grab 200 of that. Good to go. And now we just need to go craft up some biomass. Which, unfortunately, we have this thing has been making solid biofuel. And I don't know if I... Did I have this last episode? I don't know if I did. All I'm doing is 1 storage unit going into a constructor, making whatever, coming out with whatever I'm having constructed. Just kind of a simple thing for if I just need something else made that I want to go off and do something, I can just turn this into whatever I need to make and stick the inputs and outputs here. But yeah, we got some biofuel. Nice. So we should be all out of inventory in here, right? So let's go ahead and convert this over to biomass from wood. Biomass from wood. And then we'll pop our regular wood in here. And this is going to give us quite a bit of biomass, which is nice. It should produce fairly fast. Yeah, see right there. We're already going to get quite a bit coming out. On this very, very slow. I cannot wait till we are up into logistics. Oh, look, we already are. Logistics 2. You know what we're going to do? Right here, right now, people, on camera. Mark 2. Bam. So all you have to do to upgrade your conveyors or any equipment that's upgradable is you can just look at it and click on it. So now we've got a Mark 2 coming in here. And we go, bam, put a Mark 2 there. Look at that. So much faster production now. You can even see that because more is coming in here quicker, it's staying closer to its max amount. We're actually getting more in there that's coming out. So this is going to be really, really nice for us. And if we come on in here, we already got 48. We need, what, 200 of this? Oh, my goodness. And there's actually, off camera, what I'm going to do is all the spaces in here that need to be upgraded to a Mark II. Eventually, some of them are going to need to be Mark III. But all the ones that require Mark II will come in here and convert them off camera. Just that way we start making things a little more efficient. But now you know how to do it. So you just walk up to it and just, whatever is in your hotbar there, you can just go ahead and click on it. And, speaking of which, I don't think... I've set up here's my conveyors section here. So we're going to come in here. Conveyor 1, conveyor 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. There we go. So now we have all of our conveyor parts on our hotbar, so we can just quickly go around and do whatever we need to with that. How we doing? We've got 148. So close. Sorting out. I need to empty out my inventory. You know what? Let's go do that real fast too. All we have in there is this stuff. Ah, interesting. Keep the biomass on us, but get rid of that. Quartz goes in here, right? Boom, and we might as well, we don't have anything else in there, but this is personal storage for whatever. So yeah, let's go ahead and put this sulfur that we found the other video in there as well. Concrete will go over there, so we'll keep that on us. And everything else is pretty cute. So let's go ahead and grab whatever has made up. And bam, 200. All right, so now we can play around with some launch pads. Let's just go ahead and we'll put it over here so we can launch ourselves faster up the ramp. Running. Q menu. Transportation. Launch pad. Okay, now you see how it's got a blue line coming off it to the left? That's the direction you're going to jump. And this does require power, so let us find a decent looking power pole. We'll just take... I guess we'll take it off of... Yeah, we can't take it off of that one because it's got all its lines full. We should probably fix that, clean that up as well. We'll take it off of this one right here. So let's go ahead and kind of aim ourselves like... Oh, God, look how far that's going to jump us. Holy crap. Can I get all the way up to the top there? Dude, can I arc this up to the top? Oh, man, I so almost could. Same. We'll arc ourselves just right there like that. Book. And then we'll grab our power, which is Q power. Bam. I have none. God. Okay, just for temporary time being, we're going to take you all the way from you. That is absolutely ugly. Look at that. But this thing is fun. Watch this. Walk up to it. Kabam! Oh, man. Okay, so now I wonder if we can calculate out our trajectory to jump down and land on the landing pad. I have not used the jelly pad before, so we're doing this together. All right, so if we go Q, transportation, jump pad, let's put it out about... Actually, let's do it somewhere where the power's not going to look so ugly. Oh my goodness, this is going to jump us so far. Okay, right here, right in front of this. How far are you going? Okay, will this stay? Will this... I wonder if it's going to show me... Oh, it does. Nice. Oh, God, this is going to take damage. Ow. Oh, this is awesome. It does show us where we're going to land. So we could come down here and put this bad boy right about... yeah. And now we got to power both of these, so we got to figure out how we're going to get power. So Q and it's power. Power. And we're just going to, for temporary time being, just go blip. Fun. I love things like this in games where it's just absolutely silly. Sometimes it has use, but honestly, you're going to get a jetpack eventually and you'll never use these later on. It's just for shits and grins, shits and giggles. Oh God, I just swallowed some spit there. Q, power. Oh my God, please work. Wait, what did I... Wait, why are you not powered? Hello? Oh God, here we go. Oh God, we're not gonna make it. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Well, you did not take me as far as you said you were going to. This is a lie. This thing's spinning? Oh, I get inside it? What? Everything's so green. Oh, hi, guy up in the sky. That's Bob number 2. Regular Bob was just walking around up there. This is cool. I feel like I'm under the ocean. A green ocean. Gross. All right, we're gonna get rid of all this. This is not something we wanted to be doing today. But yeah, so that was our upgrade currently. So now we need to work on the next upgrade. So let us go back up there and stop goofing off and go see what our upgrade's gonna be. Don't walking up my platform. I probably really should put this back down there to jump up the platform though. Maybe even set up a double one so I can like wham all the way up real fast. And if I hadn't mentioned F, I mean, I'll probably mention it at the very beginning, but F brings up your disassembler. Should have probably been episode number 1 if I didn't mention it. Okay, coming on in here to the hub, and this is our last of tier 2, and then something important is about to happen. So, resource sync bonus. So select the milestone. Let's stick all this stuff in here that we need. And then let's go grab our extra goodies. So I'm going to go grab the concrete, the wire, and the cable, or the iron rods, and I will be right back. Bob. Okay. Bob, you big... He's like a trampoline. This is amazing. Look at Bob. Oh my... Bob! Oh, don't move, Bob! I'm gonna die, Bob! Oh, no! Food. Oh, Bob. You're bouncy, Bob. You're a blubbery whale. See, I told you you're a whale. Oh, God. The sound of eating is so horrendous in this game. All right. Anyway, gonna grab the resources. I'll be back. Oakley dokily, let's go ahead and put the last bit of our resources in here and get our last upgrade before the next thing occurs. Bam! Bye-bye.
Milestone reached.
Bye.
You've been given early access to the anti-waste effort for stress testing of materials on exoplanets bonus program.
Early access to the anti-waste effort
into the
brief.
Awesome resource sync, depending on their amount and complexity.
They need an acronym for that.
In the Awesome store, which can be exchanged for bonus rewards.
The humor about
Examples
corporations
of
is great.
Content are parts, walls, factory attachments, and cosmetics. Fixit is working hard to develop additional options, which will be added to the Awesome store in the future.
Thanks, Fix-It Company.
Go that extra kilometer. Go awesome.
Oh my god. Oh god, the corporate atmosphere that's going on here. Alright, so the awesome shop is just as it says, kind of awesome. So we come down here, and I believe it's in special. Yeah, so you're going to notice these two new things. So we should have enough resource to do both of them. So the awesome sink, you'll notice it has an input. So we are not going to put it up here because all of our itemly stuff is down below. So the good thing about this is, like, any excess resources that we're not needing, which later on in the game is going to become important. We're going to find a whole bunch of resources that we just got to get rid of anyway. There's nothing we can do about it. Oh my god, am I out of power again? For crying out loud. Let's go ahead and stick this bad boy over here for now. So the awesome sink, if we stick it on down, can I put it any farther closer? Yeah, there we go. The awesome sink will take an input. So for the time being, we are just going to build a storage container. Let's line it up. That is the input. I want the output. Bam. And we're going to use Mark II belts just because the faster we can stick items in here, the faster it'll make us points. But you'll notice when we click in here, well, how about I get some power down here, huh? Everything needs power. Everything's not awesome. Don't demonetize myself, Nathan. I'm not demonetized anyway. Oh, God. Oh, the power situation is real. We need to get up to coal so fast. Oh, okay. I'm going to go deal with power, and then I'll be right back. Again, power. Ugh. Okay, I think we may have power situation handled for at least a little bit. Oh, so I've upped our generation here. So we've got 40, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 30, so 240. So we got 280 megawatts of power being generated, and we are currently using 127. So hopefully we'll be good for a little bit. I also cleaned up the wires so they go a little bit more directly to each machine. So you can see I've got one pole in front of two, so that way it can go in and out to other poles. That way only two machines are being used off of one pole. Cleaned it up a little bit. I don't have wires coming back off the back. You'll notice there's a whole lot more poles, but part of that's just kind of aesthetics for me. Obviously it's wasting material by running poles all over the place, but it just lets me get down to the ground and run it around a little bit nicer. So now, finally, for crying out loud, if we stop having power, we had power problems when we started the video. We have power problems now. Good grief. So this is the awesome sink. So what the awesome sink is if we come on and click on it, you'll notice that it says 1,000 coupons. Coupons. Points until the next coupon. So these coupons, if we take any kind of item and stick it in here, like let's just say, let's take those leaves. We really don't want those leaves. We don't want this excess concrete. You'll notice they're going to go on in, and as they're going on in, this little bad boy is turning and making some steamy fire, and it's just disintegrating everything that's in there, and our points are going down. So the big deal about points comes to the next item. So if we come up here to special and go awesome shop, and you know what, let's put the awesome shop right here. Look, it's got the nice little Mr. Fix-It symbol. I love this thing. Look at this. I love it. I love it. So we come into here, and now what we can do with our coupons is we can come in here and we can buy all sorts of things that we're not going to get during our hub upgrades or our MAM research. Like the ladders. Oh, very nice, very nice. Ladders, walls, and each one of these things, not necessarily just one thing. Like if we come to the walkways, you can notice it's going to give us a whole bunch of different walkways. The walls are going to give us a whole bunch of different walls. And when we started building the other factories the other day, I said, eventually we're going to have walls in here. And this is the kind of walls they're going to be. These walls make adding conveyor systems and whatnot so much easier. Things will snap together better, and we'll just be able to just make everything look so much cleaner and nicer looking. So this is going to be one of our first purchases with the coupons. Is going to be the walls. Not necessarily doors, just the conveyor walls. And then of course there's attachments like for pumps and whatnot and power. So we can actually, instead of having a power pole like we have right now where the power pole is just kind of sitting here in the center. Once we have a wall there, we'll be able to actually get outlets, which is pretty cool. And of course, they're about the same as like the power poles. They have different amounts of inputs and outputs can go from them. And then we've got foundations, different styles. So we'll actually be able to design nice looking bases and not just square cubes. And then we got this tiny little vehicle. and then a couple statues that we'll be able to unlock, and then the equipment and parts. A lot of this stuff you'll be able to get through the MAM or just regular research. Like, see, we can go get biomass, biofuel, wire, and all that stuff. So there's no reason to ever purchase this with coupons, because the more coupons you print, the higher this amount to the next coupon is gonna be. So we definitely have to make sure that we're getting what we want first, so that way the stuff that we don't really care about, you know, it's not gonna matter. It's gonna take forever to get to a coupon. So sweet. So that's the awesome shop. So now I believe if we come back up to our hub, I believe we are now done with level 2, a hub upgrade 2, and now comes the next step, as we're gonna see when I get up here. It's such a walk. My guy must be fit with all this walking up and down hills. So you can tell that we have nothing in hub 2, nothing in hub 0, nothing in hub 1. They are grayed out, and if I come over here to the lock, it says, you might not be able to read that on the screen, but it says complete space elevator phase 1. Well, we don't have a space elevator. I haven't built it yet. Oh, we're going to build it. So let's see what we need. Go to Q, go to space elevator, add to to-do list. We need some concrete, some iron plates, some iron rods, some iron wire. And what I want to do is I want to find a decent place to put the space elevator where it's not so much in our way or blocking things. It's fairly big. I believe it's 5 by 5 tiles. So maybe what we're gonna do, because I want to keep it close to me as well, but I also want to be able to make machines that can put things into it. So I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna build this platform down here out. I'm just gonna square it off, and then we'll put our space elevator right here. Now, yeah, that's gonna block some of our stuff for the time being, but it's gonna be close to us for this first couple upgrades. And then eventually when we make a bigger base, our bigger base is actually gonna be down closer to the ocean. And we're gonna run all of our conveyors to it instead of having it all up here where we're having to go up and down, up and down, up and down. We're gonna have a nice, big, large platform to put all of our factories. We're gonna make it one big, mega, all-for-one base where everything gets produced. All the items come there, all the items come out, all in one location, which is gonna take a lot of work. But for the time being, I'm gonna go ahead and square this platform off and put the space elevator down. Well, I'll put the space elevator down with you guys, but I'm gonna go build that real fast, and then I'll be right back. I'll see you in a second. New way down. Alrighty, platform all built, and I don't want to block this node right here, so that's why I built it kind of a little bit over there. But let's see, what do we need? We need to go get iron plates, iron rods, and wire, which is right here conveniently. Walk over here, dum 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 dum. Walk in, I walk everywhere because I don't have a vehicle or a jetpack. Okay, iron rods. Let's go ahead and grab the rest of those, and plenty of screws. I don't need screws. What am I getting screws for? Go away, screws. Nobody likes you. And some iron platies. We got plenty of iron plates. And all right, it's a long walk over to the wire. I will come back over here after I've gotten the wire. Oh, all right. Just as I'm leaving the wire, I clean that up a little bit. So I have a walkway going up to the concrete from the copper, a walkway going the back side of the copper, back up to the base, as well as coming down here. So everything's a little bit more convenient to walk around. It's going to look so much nicer once we get walls in. Definitely. All right, so let us go ahead at it. We've got all of our... We don't have enough concrete. I used it to make a platform. Convenient, the concrete's right here. Good grief. I'm always out of inventory. I mean, I got a dang to-do list right here on my screen next to me, and I still am not getting all my resources. Wow, we are about out of concrete. Good grief. Got to make this thing a lot more efficient. But here we go. We're going to make our space elevator. So the space elevator, every 2 tiers on the hub, the space elevator is going to require you to put things into this. These things are not simple to craft, let me tell you. We're going to make it to where this faces... Let's go diagonal with this. Actually, how many more ports do we have? We have... There's basically 3 ports in on every side. So yeah, let's go ahead. Where's the side that has... Yeah, the computer right there. So let's go at kind of at an angle. And then we are... What are we blocked by here? What's going on here? Floor is too steep. What do you mean floor is too steep? We just had a snap point just a second ago. How big are you, guy? Oh, we had a snap point right there. Where'd it go? Right there. Is that going to be good? Is that going to be good? You know what? It's good. Oh, it's not even the direction I wanted it to be. Why did it let me go that way, but not the other way? Ah, that's fine. Our base comes down here anyway, so here we go. Oh, look at this thing. Look at this thing. It takes forever to build. Oh, so what's pretty cool about this thing is look how huge it is for one, and the animation is just amazing off of it. Oh, this is so dope. And look at this. Bringing in our extra parts from space. Look how gigantic this thing is. It's just monstrous. Look at that. How freaking cool is that? It came down, hooked up. Oh, this is so cool. I love the animation in this game. And here comes the space elevator down. Some say that there's a restaurant on the top of this. Oh, that's so cool. Look how tall this is. So now we're going to have a pretty good beacon no matter where we go in the world. We'll be able to see where base is just based on the space elevator, not just having to look at our hub. Cool beans. All right, so if we come in here and see what it has to say. So Project Assembly is the platform. That's our next deal with the space elevator. And this is going to unlock tier 3s and 4. So we can't move on with hub upgrades until we finish getting the resources for this. The resources for this are called smart plating. And that requires an iron plate and a rotor. So we're definitely going to have to build a rotor factory ASAP. And I think is it a reinforced iron plate or a regular iron plate? I think it's a reinforced iron plate. Yeah, it's a reinforced iron plate. So we need to also build a reinforced iron plate factory. And then we'll be able to load and seal this and send it off and it goes... Pshoo! So, okay. So we've got our space elevator built. We now know what we need to do. We need 50 smart plating. So actually, if we come up into here and go into... Nope, that is not it. We need a crafting table. Where's the crafting table? I should have like 500 of these things around here by now, but I don't. I have 2. And it's on this side. Wait, where? Up. Hello, crafting bench. Book. We can come down in here, and we should be able to. Is it in here, or will it only let? No, it'll only let me make it in the newest machine. All right. So space elevator. Book. We talked about it. We are going to build. So if we come into our assembler here, so the new production thing that we have, we've seen the constructor and what it can build. But we haven't seen the assembler yet. So our assembler allows 2 items to come in, unlike our constructor, and then it gives us 1 item out. So if we plop this bad boy down, we can come on in here and see now we can make reinforced iron plates, modular frames, modular flames, why not? Flame on, modular, and then rotors and smart plating. So if we look at smart plating, you're going to see we need 2 reinforced iron plates per minute and 2 rotors per minute. So if we come back off of this, the rotors and the reinforced iron plates are also going to require assemblers, which we do not have enough rotors to build this. Oh, terrible day. Terrible day. All right, I'm going to go craft up a whole bunch of stuff. I'm just going to craft a bunch of items, and then we'll come back and talk about this. I shall return. Okay, I think I finally have enough items. All right, Q, let's go ahead and put 2 more assemblers down. We'll just place them anywhere. This is my typical random just placing stuff down so you can see how things work. So this one is going to make us reinforced iron plates. And this one is going to make us rotors, which if we look back into the smart plating, we need 2 reinforced iron plates and 2 rotors per minute. So if we come back over here and this one is going to be our rotors, we need iron rods and screws. So that would require us to go constructor. We're going to need a constructor to make iron rods, a constructor to make screws, which screws are going to come from the iron rods. So actually, let's go ahead and do this. Go ahead and turn this constructor around facing this way. Book. And then we can just take the output of this, and we are going to, you know what, let's go back to our conveyor system stuff. There we go. So we're going to split this off right here. And actually, let's do it right here, so that way we can take it directly to our assembler. So we'll just take a conveyor out of here. So this is going to be our iron rods, right? Iron rods. Back out of that. It's going to come into here, which I horribly placed this. I totally horribly placed that. Let's get rid of you and get rid of you because I'm horrible at my life. All right. Boom. There we go. Now we got a blue line. Now we're lined up. Now we're talking. Now we're making things work. And we'll put our conveyor into here. So now some of the iron rods are going to go in here to make screws, and then the rest of the iron rods we will just have go boop, right in here into this. And then we'll have the output of the screws just kind of snake its way around and go bam. All done and dusted. So now we'll have the iron rods and the screws going into here. Now let's see what this takes. So this takes iron plates and screws as well. So what we want to do is, you know what? Let's go ahead. We'll extend this belt out a little bit. Let's go right to about here. We'll say right here. And then just go bam. Right there. There we go. Oh, did that line up? That lined up. That is awkwardly lined up. Weird. But now what we can do is something I learned the other day. If I grab my splitter, you'll notice I can place it down and then place conveyors into it. But if I come over to this conveyor here and look at the conveyor, you'll notice my splitter is now actually on the conveyor. So I can just click and look at that. It now has split the belt. And we can just take this belt right here and go, This is going to be horribly messy, but it's fine. It's fine. It's cool. It's cool. And we'll just go bam right into there. So look, screws are done. Now we've got screws going in to make reinforced iron plates and reinforced iron plates, and now screws coming in to make rotors, but it's backwards. Whatever. Just do as I say and not as I do. All right, and now we need one last constructor right here. This is the input, right? Yeah, bam, like this. And we would have this one set up to make iron plates. Bam, like this. Bam, bam, like that. Boom, done and dusted. And then all you would need to do is put your smelters down and then just have your smelters go into your iron rods and so you'd have smelters making iron ingots, and then the iron ingots would go inside these two to make the iron plates and iron rods. And then after this, you would just take these and go kabam, bam, 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 and look at that. That is all we would need to make the smart plating. So now, obviously, this isn't very efficient, right? I mean, obviously, we're going to have how many iron rods being made? We're only going to have 15 iron rods being made with the backup of the iron ingots coming in here, because we can only shove 15 at a time in here, and then you can only shove 10 rods into here for 40 a minute. So what would end up happening is 10 rods would go to here, and then 5 rods would come out of this side of the splitter and come into here, which we need 20 per minute. So it's actually going to take extra time for this thing to start with the iron rods, but we'd be getting 40 screws out. But don't forget, we have this split. So 20 screws are going that way, 20 screws are coming this way, which means we need 100 screws per minute, and we're only getting 20. So it's definitely not going to be efficient there. And then here, we're making, well, we'd be making 30 plates per minute, 30 iron. Well, we'd be making 20 plates per minute, because 30 iron going in, 20 plates coming out. So this would also be underpowered on plates. And then screws, we're only getting 20. So we'll be underpowered. So this would not be a very efficient system, but this is the bare minimum you would need. 3 assemblers and 3 constructors with iron ingots coming in. There we go. So that is smart plating in a nutshell. So I am actually going to set up a little system using, let's go ahead and use this node right here. This is right next to us. So that way, after I get made, I can just then take a conveyor and go book right into here. So we don't even have to worry about going and picking the smart plating up. It'll just go into the space elevator for us. So I'm going to make a little cut here as I build a factory. It's not going to look anything like the factories that we built over here, the nice towers, because this is something that once I get done making the smart plating for the elevator, I'm not going to need smart plating as often yet. It is going to be used in a couple of the other space elevator upgrades and some other things, but I don't really need it. It's going to take up space, and by the time we need it again, we're probably going to have moved the space elevator to a different area. So I'm just going to build a quick and dirty, semi-efficient smart plating factory out of the 120 iron ore node behind us, and I shall return. All right, progress is coming along slowly. I'm making a very massive, very messy, very terrible structure. I'm almost done. I'm working on the assemblers and getting them hooked up right now, and then it'll be done. And then I got to power it all, which means I'm going to need to make more biomass generators. And it is just one higgledy-piggledy mess, but this is a temporary structure, so I don't mind it being all messy. But you can see just how giant it is. So this is my base, and we're on the 3rd layer here. Yeah, there's all these constructors making iron plates and iron rods, and then there's screws right in front of that. Yeah, this is a big thing. All right, I'll be back as soon as I'm done. Oh boy. All right, so this is taking a lot longer than I expected it to, and I about just burned down the house. Making ravioli of all things. Yes, I am a child. I am making Chef Boyardee ravioli because it's quick and easy, and I need some sustenance while I'm doing this. And the thing boiled over because I'm using a small, shallow pan. Yeah, then I about burned the house down. Man, I am doing this way too often lately. Anyway, I'm merging these final screws together to send the screws up to the assemblers, and then I'm almost done. Almost. Close. Getting there. Woo, this has been a long go. All right, I'll be back. Oh, man. All right. Back for a little update. So I have the structure built. Power is all in. It looks ugly. You can see part of the structure right there in the distance. And then our gigantic space elevator is our beacon everywhere. And there's Bob. He's just walking around calmly watching us chop down some trees. So my next goal is I need to get a whole bunch of biomass because the power is out, obviously, so I can't start it up. But I'm going to collect some biomass, turn it into biofuel, put it in all the power. I've disconnected power from the 3 factories that we currently have because this thing is ginormous and it's probably going to exceed our circuit. So, yeah, I'm going to collect biomass, and I'll be back, but just wanted to update you. So, yeah, there we go. Bye-bye. Time to go. Brrr. All right. Time for the big, hopefully everything's going to work. I added 2 more biomass generators back here. I've got, the only thing that's connected from our old systems is our biomass maker down there, just because we're going to need it. So let's go ahead and flip the power on and see if this stays running. Holy crap. Okay, as we watch this whole giant massive structure. Yeah, this is all just to make smart plating. It is ridiculous. I could have just done this by hand, or just had a couple of assemblers working. But no, we got to go big. This is obviously not how I would actually build it. I just wanted to show you a big giant factory making something a whole lot more difficult than the factories that we've currently built. I mean, all we've had is concrete, copper sheets, wire, cable, iron plates, iron rods, and screws, and those have only used constructors. And now that we're into assemblers, yeah, there we go. So what we basically have is we have 2 120 iron nodes, and I'll show those to you in a second, but there's 2 120 iron nodes coming in, and they're splitting out to put 30 iron ingots onto each one of these conveyors down here, which get lifted up to all of these smelters right here. So there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, the smelters are down below. Sorry, the smelters are down below. So there's 8 smelters down below, and those are separating out basically to then bring iron ingots up. And the iron ingots that are coming up, we've got 3 constructors making iron plates, and the rest of these are making, I think there's 10 of them. The rest of these are making iron rods. 3 of the iron rods are coming out with a little bit from the 4th one coming out together to keep iron rods up. But then the rest of these iron rods are going into more constructors, 10 of them to be exact, to make screws. And then the screws are going up. And then basically the iron plates, the iron rods, and the screws are going to 5 of these assemblers. And then the assemblers' outputs are then going into the last 5 assemblers, which are making our smart plating. So now that power is actually working, let's go ahead and get on down there, and I'll give you a more close-up view of my crazy madness here. I do plan on cleaning this up and making a proper smart plate factory, but right now we just need 50 smart plates in order to be able to move on to the tier 3 and tier 4, and that's more important than me making some really efficient iron plate farm. This actually is 100% efficient. We are not losing any resources at all right now with this. So we basically have a Mark 1 miner, and it's 120 iron ore per minute. We've got a second one right over here. And because I don't have access to level 3 conveyors, I'm using Mark 2 conveyors just to pull the 120 out on either side. And since I'd have to split the 240 up anyway, there was no reason to move these together. So we basically got 120 coming in here, splitting out to 60 and 60, and then each one of these 60s are splitting out to 30s. So we got 30, 30, 30, 30. And those are all going into iron ore, 30 in, 30 out for iron ingots. And so that's all of the smelters right here. And then what we're doing from there is we've divvied up the iron ingots into where we need them to go. So basically, you can see I've got all these lifts going up. And the only thing that's different is I took this right here and split it 2 ways. So that way I could actually have, sorry, not 2 ways. I've split these up, all of these 2 ways. So it's 30 coming in, 15 coming out. So everywhere you see a splitter down here, these are all going to iron rods, because as we'll see in the constructors above, and as we saw before when I built my iron factory, the iron ingots to iron rod constructors is 15 to 15. So that's why all of these are split up, so there's exactly 15 going up. And then for the iron plates, it's 30 iron ingots turns into 20 iron plates. So we basically have, I think it's what's, how many is that? The 60? 30, 60, 90? No, 90. I've got 90 going up. Because 90 will then turn into 80 plates. So as you can see here, I've got 30 iron ingots coming in for 20 iron plates out. Hello, kitty cat. You playing with your toy down there? I'm sure everybody's hearing that. So yeah, so then what we do is, since this is making 20, 40, and then 60 right here. And I believe I may have actually messed this up. Oh no, I only needed 60 iron plates. Sorry. Yeah, so then we basically just, because we can handle 60 altogether, just to make it easy to go up, basically I'm just taking the outputs of these iron plates, merging them together, so now we have 60 that are coming and going up to the assemblers. And then for our iron rods was a little bit different. So we basically needed, I wrote it down somewhere, wrote it down, 50. We need 50 iron rods. So since each one of these are taking 15 iron rods in and outputting 15 rods, what we basically ended up doing is I took 15 plus 15 makes 30, and I'm standing on top of a merger, and then we split this merger out 3 ways. So 30 divided by 3 is 10, and then 10, and then 10. So since I needed 10 rods going up to the next level for the assemblers, all I did here was took 20. I need 20. Good Lord, my math is terrible. So we've got 10 going up to an assembler that's at 50%, and then I've merged 10 and 10 together to make 20, and I've got 20 going up. And then over here on this last one, basically I've got 15 coming out here, and then because of the need for screws, what I have here out of this one is split, so it's 5, 5, and 5. So we take 5 plus 15 makes 20. So 2 of these assemblers are at 100%, taking 20 iron rods. One of them is at 50%, taking 10 iron rods. Then over here, with the screws, it takes 10 iron rods to make 40 screws. So since we've got 5 going that way, 5 going this way, 5 going that way, we merge these 2 together, we get 10, bam, going right in. And then now for the rest of these, since all of these are going into the screws, basically what I've set up here is an assembly that basically takes, oh, hello. It might help if I actually had outputs on these, huh? Did I miss any more? Yeah, I sure as heck did. Look at this. What a doof. And now we've got all our outputs. Good grief. Ugh, and I can't get up there. Ow, come on, get up. There we go. There we go. Are we good? We're good. We're good. Okay. Yeah, what I basically did here is because there's 15 coming out here and 15 coming out there, and we need 10 for each. So I basically have done the same kind of sort of setup here. I've got 15 coming out, then I split it 3 ways, merged 2 of them together to get 10, and then the 5 that are coming over to this one merged to make 20, and then I just split that out 2 ways to make our 10. And I basically just rinse and repeat. So these 2 pieces right here will rinse and repeat the entire way down. And then this ugly, ugly belt system with clipping is going into all 10 of these constructors making screws. So we've got basically, what is that? 40 times 10? So 400 screws coming out, which is an insane amount of screws. Although I think I have one of those limited. I don't remember. And then what we have up here is we've got our iron plates coming up, our screws coming up for the assemblers to make reinforced iron plates. Then we've got our iron rods coming up, and then we've got all the rest of the screws are merging over here to these 3 assemblers that are making our rotors. So the reinforced iron plates, as you'll see, take 30 iron plates per minute and 60 screws per minute. So hence, we merged all those together down below, and we basically got 60, 60 coming in here. So it's 120 screws coming here. And then over here, which, are we finally getting some? Yeah, we're finally getting some now that I connected outputs. It's 10 iron rods per minute and 50 screws per minute. So we basically have 200, is it 250? I don't remember math. Some crazy amount of screws that are coming up here and going into each one of these, along with iron rods, making our rotors output. There's too much math involved. I spent about an hour trying to figure out how I wanted to design this as efficiently as possible from 2 iron nodes. It was just, that's why it's a jumbled mess, to be honest. So what we have from there, all we did was we merged our iron plates together and merged our rotors here together. At least the first 2 rotors. This last one, we were able to just put it on. So then what we're having here is we've got the iron plates coming over, going into each one of the individual assemblers that it looks like I didn't actually set up to actually make our smart plating. Hey, that kind of helps. Smart plating. Make me smart plating. Let's go ahead and get all these set real fast, seeing as how I failed to do it before I cut back to the video. There we go. All right, so now everything's making. And what we'll see in here is we've got 2 reinforced iron plates and 2 rotors per minute will make 2 smart plating. So the way we have this set up with our 240 iron coming from the nodes, we've got it to where we're going to make perfectly 10 smart plating per minute. And then I have right here, I just merged the outputs of the 5 smart plating assemblers, and then I'm going to send it down to, actually I'm just going to send it all the way down possibly to the thingamajigger mabobber madoohicker down there. Actually, can I get it from here? Let's go. Tell me I can put this down. I sure as heck can. Bam. And oh my goodness, this is going to be a disaster. Can I just take this down without having to put a oh, look at that. We didn't even use a lift. So yeah, then all I'm doing there, I'm gonna take damage. Oh, I didn't take damage. Nice. All we're doing there is we're taking our smart plating and we're gonna put it right into here. So hopefully, if we're making 10 smart plating per minute, like we should be, then here in 5 minutes, we should have this going. So I'm going to let this run for just a tiny little bit while I finish my ravioli, and then we'll cut back after we have our 50 in here, and then we'll be good to go for our tier 3 and 4. So I will be back as soon as this thing is full. Look at all these smart plates. You're so smart, plates. Smart plates going into the elevator. Oh, look at that. Counting on up. Yeah. All right, I'll be right back as soon as this is full. All right, we got the last 4 coming in right here. And as soon as we're done with this part, I'm going to go pull the power on this so we don't keep using our power. We can turn our other machines back on. But, whoo, what a build. I could have done this a whole lot quicker. It would have taken more time to have filled this up. But my build itself would have been easier to have done. Actually, let's go ahead and get rid of this conveyor belt so nothing else comes in. Alrighty, so we've got our 50 smart plating. So this was kind of a silly way to do this. I mean, yeah, it sure as heck didn't take me any time at all to get all the smart plating, and I can't make smart plating inside a crafting table. I have to use an assembler. I probably could have sped the process up by all the ingredients that are needed for the smart plating. I probably could have gotten that done faster at a crafting table and just generated however many rotors and reinforced iron plates would have been needed to have made 50 smart plates. But I wanted to show you guys the potential of what we're going to be getting to. I mean, this isn't even close to the most ridiculous factory I've built yet, and we plan on making an all-in-one big mega base factory, so pretty insane. So anyway, all right, let's open this up, and actually let's get down here a little bit so we can look back on the glory of our space elevator as it goes. And let's actually go over here to the control panel so we can stand back. All right, access the control panel. We gotta, it's loaded. Now we gotta seal it. And now let's freaking send her, bud. Boom. And watch this go. This is cool. I love watching this. Kaboom. Bye. See you later, elevator. That's so cool. How cool is this? I want one of these in real life. Can I have one of these right out in my backyard? All right. So That is the space elevator. It'll eventually come back down and settle back down. I don't think it takes very long, to be honest. I think it might already be on its way back. I think, is that coming back down? I can't tell. It's so far up. Oh, photo mode. What's photo mode? Is that you? No, P. P is photo mode. Let's look. Let's zoom in. By the way, I learned this the other day. Look at that. It's coming down. It's coming too fast. You're way too close. Oh, man, this thing is so cool. Look at this. Look at this thing. I want to get up there. Once we get a jetpack, we are so going up there. So totally. All right. So now we're going to look into the space elevator, and you're going to see now there's different items. So this is going to be required for tier 5 and 6. So between every 2 layers, you have to do stuff with the space elevator before you're able to go up. There's only all the way up through hub upgrade 8, as we have seen as I've been looking into the hub every time I go to upgrade stuff. There is rumors at this point of a tier 9. This is still in early access. When it does go to, the final, access, I think they're going to do a tier 9 as a way to close out endgame kind of stuff. But they said they will not go to a tier 10 because 0 through 9 makes, a nice round number of 10. Now, if we come to our hub terminal, you can see 3 and 4 is unlocked. So now we're going to be able to get into coal power. That is going to be our big focus. So before I even bother making a reinforced iron plate, modular frame, and rotor factory, we're going to try and find coal and get coal power set up. So that way, as we do the rest of our stuff, we do not have to freaking worry about always running out of power and having to use the biomass. We'll be able to get rid of the biomass generators altogether, clean up our area a little bit. But yeah, so this is going to be nice. We'll be getting into coal generation, water extraction. We'll be able to actually scan for coal, which I think we already can because we found some. No, we have not. So we'll be able to, scan for coal and find it easier. Then we're going to get into a little truck. How cool is that? A truck that we can drive around. And then steel. So this is going to be for tier 3 conveyor systems. So conveyor system 1 is going to be iron plates. Conveyor system 2 is reinforced iron plates. And 3 is steel. And then on tier 4, we've got encased industrial beams, which is going to be used for tier 4 conveyors. And then, of course, we get up into motors and automated wiring and stuff like that. And freaking heavy modular frames. I can't stand heavy modular frames. They're like the worst thing to have to craft. And then, of course, Mark II miners, which means we're going to be able to get 240 iron out, or copper or limestone out of those nodes. We'll get a better weapon. We'll get hyper tubes so we can actually set up a system around our base. Our base is pretty small, but still we can set up a system to go to copper, go to limestone, go to iron, and back to the hub here without having to walk everywhere. And then, of course, level 3 on the conveyors and whatnot. So this is going to be pretty exciting. So I think we are going to not do any research today because we are running out of time. I spent way too much time over here crafting this. This took me about an hour and a half. One, because I had to do a bunch of math. You should see the paperwork that's in front of me right now with little one-line flow diagrams and the math that I was trying to figure out. My brain was not working. Then, of course, I almost burned my stove down with the ravioli because I wasn't paying attention to it because I was over here doing math. But yeah, so we had a lot of fun doing this, though. So this is going to come down now. We will be needing to make a smart plating factory for versatile framework. No, I can't remember. For one of the other space elevator upgrades. So while I'm AFKing, I'm going to let this run and collect up a whole bunch of smart plating for me, just so we're going to have it later on. I'm just going to basically dump it into a storage, and then I'm going to turn on the other machines, turn this one off, and actually tear it down altogether. And then, just let the other ones build up. So that way, come next episode, I'll have AFK'd, and we'll have a bunch of goodies and items and whatnot to then craft the things that we want to craft. So unfortunately, we didn't get to exploring the cave or going around and exploring other stuff, but we made some huge progress today. I mean, we did the space elevator, got our base a little bit bigger, built a ginormous, stupid factory, and got to tier 3 and 4. So I think that's pretty good. So I am going to go ahead and sign out, and hopefully you guys like this episode. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, and don't forget to comment down below any kind of tips or tricks you have with this game, or any games you want me to see, or not want me to see, want me to play. I mean, hell, if you want me to see the game, go ahead and put that down there too, because I love finding out about new games. And I will see you guys this weekend for some more Undermine. Oh, hi Bob in the sky. That's Sky Bob. We got Walkie Tall Whale Bob somewhere over there. Sky Bob. And there's another Bob somewhere. I don't know where the other Bob is. Hi Sky Bob. Bye Sky Bob. Anyway, see you guys later. Ta-ta for now.